Whoa, baby, we're coming in hot. How's it going? I am your pal Hal, aka Hal Rudnick. We are live on Backchannel. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And guess what? We're gonna have some fun. Doctor's orders. Listen, TGIF, am I right? To quote the great philosopher Rebecca Black, it's Friday, Friday, Friday. Folks, I'm very excited to be here, and we're going to be kicking it for the next 2 hours, and we're going to be talking news, pop culture, talk about a bunch of new movies coming out, and there's going to be some goofs, gags, shenanigans. There's going to be hijinks and nonsense. So you're in the right place. Thank you for joining me, and I'm very excited. And you know what? I'm thankful that you're here because the show is better with you here and with you participating in the show. And I would love for you to communicate with me, to let me know what you're up to. Let me know what you're snacking on. Let me know what you got coming up this weekend. All right? Do you got any plans? Are you going to go out there and mix it up? Are you going to the big game? I don't know what big game would be this weekend. Are you going to go? You got dinner plans? You got any parties you're going to? What's the plan? I'll be there. You send me the address. I'll show up. All right? I'll show up. That's what I do. Show up and then glow up and then blow up. Folks, you can communicate with us and let us know all of your weekend plans. Let us know what you've got in store. Let us know what you're snacking on a few different ways. First, if you're listening over your smart device, you can get your smart device's attention. Use the magic word say, and then drop in anything after that. So, smart device, say, I'm eating spaghetti and meatballs. Smart device, say, I'm eating lasagna. Smart device, say, I'm eating penne pasta in an Alfredo sauce. Or even say something non-pasta related. Or you can go to YouTube and chat with us there, and it can be pasta or non-pasta related. Or you can go to backchannel.tv and chat with us, and or leave a review of the Your Pal Hal show. All right? Very exciting, very exciting. Please jump in, have at it, and become a part of the show. Very glad to have you here at 11:05 on the West Coast, here in the home office, Los Angeles, California, City of Champions, home of the Super Bowl champion LA Rams. We are going up till 1 p.m. on the West Coast. It is 2:05 p.m. on the East Coast. We're going up till 4 o'clock on the East Coast. It is 1:05 in Omaha, Nebraska, home of Rob Schaefer, attorney at law. We'll be going up till 3 p.m. in Nebraska, and it is 7:06 in London, England, where we will be taking it up till 9 bells, 9 o'clock p.m. in London. We will be on the air until then. And we've got a lot of fun stuff in store. Again, thank you for being here. And here's a little bit of a warning. There might be some hot takes along the way as well, because I am prone to really dropping bombs. All right, that's what I do. So, like, hot takes, like, I'll tell you this: war is bad. All right, Famine sucks. Racism, not a good look. I'm not afraid to come in here guns blazing with hot takes either. So, yeah, lots of good times. Yes. That Chiron is not lion. That Chiron is not lion. That Chiron is not lion. Your Pal Hal hot takes, scorching hot. And that Chiron is a product of the best Chiron guy in the biz. We couldn't, wouldn't, and shouldn't do the show without him. Producer Travis. Producer Travis, what is happening?
Not much.
Okay. You got some good volume there, maybe even a little too good. Just FYI.
Thank you.
Travis, yeah, you know what? It is too good. It's so good, it's bad. It's
All right.
It's so loud, it's hurting my ear.
How about now? Is that better? That feels like that's better. Is that better?
Slightly.
Okay, we'll bring it down even more.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my sensitive supersonic hearing.
Hey, that's great. Hearing never gets better as we get older, so...
Maybe I'm an anomaly.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
be the first.
You're not old enough to remember commercials for this product as one of these as seen on TV.
Oof, those were some of my favorite. I stayed home from school a lot as a kid, so
yes,
I was privy to a lot of infomercials.
Okay, there was one called the Whisper 2000. And the Whisper 2000 looked exactly like a Walkman with like old school. Now, when I bring up Walkman, like, do you even know what a Walkman is?
Yes, I had one. I had two, in fact.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I had Walkman, I had a CD man, and then I moved on to an iPod, and now just have my phone. But the Whisper 2000, it looked like a Walkman.
Got it.
But it amplified the sound around you. And in the commercial, they showed people basically spying or eavesdropping on other people in like a coffee shop. There was like, this guy was sitting at his table, just like at like a Starbucks or something, like pretending to like, mind his own business. But meanwhile, he was listening to the gossip at the other table. It was really intrusive.
Wow. Super sensitive sound modulator.
What? Oh, you looked it up?
Heck yeah, I did. It's currently unavailable on Amazon, but it is listed on their website.
Oh, it's not available.
No.
Currently unavailable, you said.
What the heck?
Personal
the Whisper
sound
amplification system.
Yeah. The Whisper 2000 as seen on TV. Exactly. Yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm just minding my own business. No, I'm not. Caught you. Yeah, that was... just powerful sound amplification. Got some friends showing up. Grass Puddle says, but why you silly? Because he is silly. Yes, on that little pasta riff. Thanks, Grass Puddle. Always great to have you here. Rob Schaefer, our friend and legal scholar. Hot take, mosquitoes suck, and I'm glad they die every winter. You know what? Yep. Rob Schaefer, been there. Oh, I've been on camping trips where I had to sleep under mosquito netting. I've talked on the show before about this product, Raid Yard Guard, that you spray around your campsite, and it creates like this impenetrable wall for flying insects. And cool. It also, who knows how much toxins we were inhaling from that Raid Yard Guard.
Perhaps, yeah. That's always the fun balance. Do you submit yourself to the horrors of nature or the horrors of man-made nature?
Yeah, or the horrors of Monsanto.
Yeah.
Travis, I know. Oh, it's 11/11. Everybody, 11/11. Make a wish. It is. I am making my wish, and my wish is.
App.
I'm not going to tell you.
Hey.
All right. And here's the thing. Whether you're wishing on a star, wishing in a wishing well, wishing on a birthday candle, or wishing at 11/11, You cannot tell your wish to anyone, otherwise your wish will go up in thin air. It won't come true. That being said, Travis, tell everybody what your wish was.
Can't tell you that.
Good boy, good boy. Yes, you got to wake up pretty early in the morning to fool producer Travis.
That's right.
I got to say,
before 8.
heck yeah. I got to say what up to my pal Stacy down in Texas. Stacy has sensitive ears too. Stacy, you know what? I feel like you and I like see eye to eye on many, many things. Thank you for feeling my pain. Yeah, that volume on Travis is too loud, says Tracy. All right? So, Travis, now you're good. Now you're good. But
okay.
You came in,
woo,
like with that death metal volume. We got another great name in the chat. Get off my asthma attack. Get off my asthma attack. Yeah, like I hope you're breathing nice and easy. Get off my asthma attack, and I thank you for being here. Larry joined the stream. What up, Larry in Georgia? Dealin's in the house. Poopy in the Diapers joined the stream. Great name. Loving that. Marlon joined the stream. And I also want to give shout outs to Cole, J-Lo in New York, Nathan and sometimes C, Bella, Al, what up, Al? Sunny in Indiana, Verona in New Hampshire, Deb McIntosh, our boy Gliss. Is that our same friend Gliss? Is that producer Gliss who's coming to us from Florida right now?
Yeah, so fun fact, apparently Gliss has a device in his home that we use to communicate with our audience, and Gliss's kids often pull up the channel. So we may be speaking to the whole dang family.
Very nice. Yeah, I know Gliss, a dad, 4 kids. We talked briefly about it when he was filling in for producer Travis. And Gliss, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Hope everybody is well. Oh boy, I just blew out the light there. Travis.
Yes.
I know you've got a big situation going down this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Boy, howdy.
You're throwing a rager. So if there's any law enforcement out there, listen, and hopefully you can just be at the ready, because this is going to be, like, we're talking Firefest level shenanigans.
Look, it's starting to actually concern me, because usually when I have been in charge of these things, there's so much going on that I can only put so much into actually getting the word out. And it ends up just being basically a house party with a lot of fun stuff going on. You know, the most we've ever had was probably 50-odd people. And that was for, like, we did like a clothing drive. It was like a whole thing. This time, however, my good friend who is coming through with this band that he's touring with.
What's the name of the band?
They're called Bad Camper.
Bad Camper.
Bad Camper. I play on the fact that he lives in a van.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was an email that was sent out to both myself and the rest of the acts that I was out of range for. It was when I was stuck on that mountain. I come back, and what I find is this email that's like, feels like it's a detail for a headlining stadium tour in terms of, like, the sound check is obscenely early, all the stuff about backline gear, and all the stuff, you know, that's all, whatever, sure. You just want to make sure that your tour is going well. But then it gets to the point where, I threw a couple $100 into Facebook ads for this show. And I was like, this is my house! Oh, no!
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seems...
Travis, did you see who logged into the chat? Travis, did you see who logged into the chat?
I see who logged into the chat.
Who is it?
Producer Travis needs his inhaler.
Yeah, who's that?
I don't know.
Are you getting trolled? What is up? Are you?
This might be. This might be a relative of Get Off My Asthma Attack, as far as I know.
Maybe. But big shout out to producer Travis needs his inhaler in the chat. I love that it's tailored.
Maybe I'm breathing too hard.
Yeah, are you just breathing so hard because like you have elevated just stress levels due to this impending rager at your house?
Yeah, the prospect of 120 people in my 30-foot backyard is certainly giving me a little bit of pause.
Like that's some Lollapalooza 90 or Woodstock 99 crap.
Yeah,
We
it has
talked
the
about
potential.
like there's a really solid documentary on HBO Max about from their Music Box series. They also did documentaries on Alanis Morissette, a few other acts about Woodstock 99, which was a real nightmare of violence and poor planning. And Travis is about, like, God forbid that, anyone gets assaulted, obviously.
No,
but that aside, will the house burn down and will there be a mud pit in the backyard?
Well, I am seriously concerned because I've already set a precedent in that sometimes I'll use the tree in the backyard when I have to use the restroom, but I'm not going to tell anybody
Whoa,
that.
TMI! You just told everyone. This
no.
just in. Create a Chiron. Breaking news.
Oh,
Travis craps in a tree.
That's not the kind
That's
that
what
I
you
meant.
just said. That's
I
what
didn't
you
mean
just
that.
said.
I don't crap in a tree.
Oh, boy. Oh, a little too early for that kind of TMI.
Crap near the tree.
I mean, I didn't know it was going to be that kind of show, Travis.
It's not. That's the thing. I'm trying to avoid that. So it's a case of
He turned his treehouse into an outhouse.
He has not understood the assignment, and as I feared, because this guy sort of approaches everything he does with the energy of a multi-level marketing scheme, that circus might be coming to my backyard.
Oh boy. Travis, Stacy thinks you're in medical hot water.
I certainly hope not. I can't afford other people's hospital bills, much less my own.
I want to give a shout out to someone with asthma needs to change my poopy diaper. Someone is playing with us, and guess what? I like it.
My friend, I hope they understand there is a comment function, and they don't have to communicate through name alone, though I'm not complaining.
You need to, Stacy is saying that if you guys are in medical hot water, you need to, and you find yourself in Texas, come on down to see Dr. McGill. Stacy
right.
doing a little free ad for Dr. McGill. And by the way, while we're on the subject, if you find yourself in times of trouble, Mother Mary, come to me. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Also, I see a comment in the chat here from Rob Schaefer. Hoping for one day of yay news. Maybe today will be the day. Well, we'll leave that a variable for a moment. But what I will say, let's say you're in the beautiful Midwest and you're passing through, or you live in the great state, the Husker state, the great state of Nebraska, find yourself in Omaha, and trouble befalls you. Maybe it's not even your fault, or maybe you are a criminal, or maybe you just have some property paperwork to work out. Whatever it is, where you find yourself in need of sage legal counsel, you will do no better than enlisting the services of Rob Schaefer, attorney at law. Rob Schaefer, official attorney of the Pal Hal Show, copyright 2022, all rights, trademark.
You okay?
Grass Puddle. Grass Puddle says Yay News could be a standard segment. So we have varying sides. We're straddling the aisle on the on what we should do with the Yay News. I sent Travis the rundown, so he knows whether or not there's Yay News today. Let's leave it a surprise, okay? Maybe we'll get through our trending topics without mentioning Yay once. Or maybe it's all Yay all day. Maybe it's a Yay day.
Breaking Yay News.
Oh, yes, perhaps. You never know. Right here. So, well, Travis, we wish you well with Woodstock 2022.
Oh God.
And you know what? Monday is going to be very exciting. Give us the lineup of the bands. What are the names of these bands?
The names of the bands are as follows. There are just two solo acts, a friend of mine, Danny Carden, and then a former student of mine turned friend of mine, Carson Dohan. And then there is Bad Camp at the headliner, and then another friend's band from the neighborhood called Dawn of Jane.
There you go. There you go. And Travis, are you going to get up there and play a little oboe?
No, because I don't know how to play that, and it would be really upsetting for everybody.
Are you? So you're not going to play anything? You're not going to play music?
No, I am not. I'm taking just a firm backseat role in this whole thing. I am the AEG Presents. I am the producer. I am the ticket master of this thing. Live Nation, rather. Simply just providing a space.
And you got amps, plugged in amps and everything?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Wow.
It's worked twice before. Twice before
right.
we've gotten away scot-free.
Very good. No, you know what? I believe a fine time will had by all. And you know, and the cops, if they do show up, they got to give you a warning first, right?
Oh yeah, you know the worst that will happen is they'll say, "Hey, please stop," and then we'll be like, "Okay," then we'll move everybody inside and do a more stripped down version. We've done that before too. We've done a couple inside shows. There's a contingency.
All right, nicely done, Travis. Can't wait to hear about all that. Meanwhile, I think it's time to take a look at the Twitter website. Every day we launch headfirst into the Twitterverse. We wade into the Twitter sphere. We take a look at trending topics. Trending topics. Trending topic. On Twitter. All right, so let's see what we are dealing with today. Righty-roo. On the Twitter website. Oh, what is Trendaroony? What is trending? Okay, so we mentioned this on the show yesterday. My pal Grasspuddle actually is kind of excited about this, I believe. There is a new Star Trek movie in the works with the Chris Pine cast. Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana and the gang. And that caused people to reopen the conversation regarding Quentin Tarantino's proposed Star Trek. Because he had been talking about going to space, the final frontier. And I almost said a galaxy far, far away. That would be Quentin Tarantino's Star Wars. No, he pardon me while I wipe my schnoz. So Variety has a thread here. What happened to Quentin Tarantino's Star Trek film? Well, yeah, you know what? I would have been, I'm a big Tarantino fan. I like most of his movies very much. I feel like a couple are a little overrated or, but I think he's genius, great writer, director, game changer kind of dude. And I would be psyched for Quentin Tarantino directed Star Trek. First off, the violence would be sick, probably, maybe. Or would he tone down his style for that? Also, I would be psyched for hearing Klingons dropping MF this, MF that, or Romulans dropping an MF. I just want to hear an MF in space. My mom is in the house. I thought today was the 19th until I tried to get your show. How bad is that dementia setting in, Mom? You're one day off. I think you're hanging in. I think you're hanging in just fine. Today is the 18th. It's the 18th, Friday the 18th. So let's take a look at this Quentin Tarantino thread. Quentin Tarantino. What happened to QT's Star Trek film? Inside the canceled pitch for a new Star Trek. So, Z Sharf uncovers every detail about his canceled pitch. Great. Pal Paramount's confirmation that Chris Pine, Zach Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Carl Urban, John Cho, and Simon Pegg are reprising their roles for a fourth Trek is the latest reminder that Tarantino's Star Trek movie remains dead, at least for now. Scrolling, please. Tarantino fans were sent into a frenzy in late 2017. Oh, yeah, raw meat to the base, baby. After it was announced that Paramount and Trek producer J.J. Abrams loved Tarantino's pitch for a new movie and were assembling a writer's room to flesh out the idea. Okay. All right. Tarantino ultimately partnered with the Revenant scribe, Mark L. Smith, who was tasked with writing a Trek script based on Tarantino's idea, while Tarantino was busy finishing post-production and touring the world for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Big fan of that flick, by the way. I enjoy hanging out with those guys in that movie. Oh, if you could scroll it down. Yeah, thank you. Oh, a little too far. There we go. Smith revealed in August 2021 that Bad Robot, that's J.J. Abrams' production company, gave him a call on Tarantino's behalf. That was the first day I met Quentin in the room, and he's reading a scene that he wrote, and it was awesome. Cool gangster scene. Nice. I like the idea of gangsters in space. Tarantino intended to bring a Pulp Fiction vibe to Trek. Dude, how rad does that sound? With an idea that was largely earthbound story in a gangster setting, Tarantino's pitch appeared to take inspiration from a piece of the action from season 2 of Star Trek. Cool. Cool. I mean, it would be nice to have just something with like, this the way like Mandalorian or something feels like, ooh, different, still reminiscent, but like fresh. Smith said the screenwriting process started almost immediately after he agreed to work with Tarantino. We were just kicking back, watching gangster films, laughing at the bad dialogue, but talking about how it would bleed into what we wanted to do. Very cool. There's Spock and Bones McCoy. According to Tarantino's Trek idea, according to Smith, Tarantino's Trek idea was really wild and like its own very cool episode. The plot included a little-known time travel stuff going on and had a lot of fun with Chris Pine's Captain Kirk. There he is, Chris Pine. Tarantino fans expected the director to go all in on Pine, considering his outspoken love for the actor. Tarantino has called Pine's Unstoppable one of his favorite action films, and he had nothing but raves for Pine's Kirk in 2009 Star Trek reboot. Wow, that was that long ago now, huh? There you go. Tarantino's Star Trek was widely believed to be R-rated, although, and you know what? Why not? We've shown that R-rated superhero movies play. You know, Deadpool, welcome to the party. Suicide Squad, lesser so. My mom chiming in, I can take Star Trek, but these newer shows send me bonkers. I hear you. Some are, there's a lot of crazy new shows, and they don't stop coming. Although widely believed R-rated, never confirmed. Fans expecting the R rating given the graphic nature of Tarantino's movies. It was also never confirmed that Tarantino would direct the script himself. There's a big close-up of those Pine eyes, Chris Pine's eyes. Here we go. Tarantino revealed in December 2019 that he was steering away from directing the Trek movie. A final blow arrived in January 2020 when Tarantino confirmed, I think they might make that movie, but I just don't think I'm going to direct it. Okay. Grasspuddle says, I blame Kurtzman. I blamed Kurtzman. After Star Trek Beyond underwhelmed at the box office, Paramount put a pause on the film franchise as it figured out what to do next. Tarantino and Smith's script was one of the potential Star Trek films, one of 3 potential Star Trek films in development at the same time. Okay. And Noah Hawley was working on his own Star Trek that was to feature a new cast, while Paramount was also developing a more traditional sequel to Beyond with the same cast. Filmmaker S.J. Clarkson was attached to this 3rd Star Trek idea for a time. The Star Trek announcement this week confirmed that a Beyond sequel with the returning cast is officially a go. This came after Paramount announced in July 2021 that Matt Shakman was hired to helm a new Trek movie. Production on the Tarantino-less new Star Trek movie will begin later this year. There you go. That's it. You're up to date, kiddos. What was and what could have been. Like, man, that sounds just really cool. A Quentin Tarantino Star Trek. And, whether he directed it or not, there have been several projects that Tarantino has written, not directed. True Romance. Yeah, you're welcome, Grass Puddle. That was, I feel like we've been robbed of something super cool. Pour one out for the Quentin Tarantino Star Trek. There you go. All right. Let's keep going on the trending topics. We talked Trek. I mentioned it briefly. Let's talk Star Wars. Let's talk Star Wars, everybody. Grass Puddle also chiming in. Guaranteed less naked feet in the new movie. Yeah, Tarantino got a little bit of a foot thing, as many of you know. If you're not familiar, yeah, easily searchable. All right, let's check out this next story of one of the great film composers, a living legend. John Williams is going back. Oh, no, Travis. Travis playing a little joke, and that's a good one. Travis bringing up Wendy Williams. Okay, Wendy Williams spilling the tea.
Wait, she didn't write the Star Wars theme?
No, Wendy Williams, no, she's out there spilling the tea, interviewing guests, being fabulous, Wendy Williams, listen, I like some Wendy Williams. She's a New Yorker. I'm a East Coast boy. So but yeah, no, totally different than.
Wow.
Maybe but double check this. Not confirmed. Is she married to John Williams?
I had no. Ooh, maybe that's where it is.
We may never know.
The
John Williams news. The great composer John Williams, the man behind so many great themes: Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Jaws, you name it. I'm just gonna, just for my own edification, I am gonna Close Encounters. John Williams scores. Close Encounters, Home Alone, Goodbye, Mr. Chips. What? There's so many. It's just redonkulous, and he's been doing it since like the 50s. Wild. Oh my goodness. Jaws, Star Wars, Close Encounters, Superman, amazing. Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T. Just so much. Hook, JFK, Home Alone, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. Yeah. Crazy. Harry Potter. Wild. And there's tons of others that I'm not even listing. For decades and decades. I mean, yeah, dude's a mega super genius at the top of his game. He's the GOAT. He's a quirked up white boy goated with the sauce. He's the GOAT. So he's going back to Star Wars. He's going back to Star Wars, and he is going to be doing the Obi-Wan Kenobi theme. Like, you figure, like, he has enough. He's enough. Like, he has several lifetimes of amazing work. Like, he wants for him to come back. But yeah, he was there when Obi-Wan first hit the screen. When Alec Guinness first hit the screen in his brown robes. And now he's back, baby, for Ewan McGregor. And he was there for Ewan McGregor. He did Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. He did Episode 2. He even did Episode 3. You know, say what you will about the prequels, but the GOAT was doing his thing. GOAT status. John Williams. So he's back. He's back on Tatooine. By the way, I know I'm speaking for a lot of people out there. Do we need all this Tatooine? Like, I mean, yes, we need Tatooine. But are there other places in this galaxy besides Tatooine, perhaps? All I'm saying is Disney Plus giving us a lot of Tatooine. Like, we're not getting a ton of... Like, we're getting, like, so much desert. How about a cool space station? What about, like, a big old Death Star or something? That's just, it's a lot of Tatooine right now. So, yeah, just a thought. John Williams coming back to do the score for Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, for the Obi-Wan show on Disney Plus. Very rad, very rad. GOAT status. That is John Williams. Also, trending in the news. Oh, we talked about it yesterday on the day before. Ottawa, the capital of Canada. The Ottawa police, they started cracking down on the truckers who are clogging up the arteries getting into the city. Maybe if you're out there after the hockey game, after the Senators game, and you're drunk on Molson's, just look out for any kind of skirmish between the truckers and the police and the Mounties. Let's bring up this. Sorry to all of my Canadian friends for my horrible Canadian accent. I want to give a shout out to JJ. Thank you for joining the stream. Kellen in the house. Thank you very much. Stacy said, I don't know what she was talking about, but she said that joke was about as funny as it can get. So, Stacy, I appreciate you. Doug is here. And Johnny's in the house. Johnny says, hi, Doug. Because we have multiple Arkansas folks. Johnny in Arkansas. Roll Tide. No, that's Alabama. Razorback. Sorry. Bless me. Razorbacks, Arkansas Razorbacks. Sorry about that, Johnny. Please don't hold it against me. All right, so just a reminder what's happening here. We got this quote-unquote freedom convoy, which is it's just more trouble. This is not helping anyone. It's not doing any good. In fact, it's hurting and it's slowing down the process, and it's not going to help us get out of this stupid pandemic any faster, clogging up the arteries of major cities and slowing down an already slow supply chain and all that nonsense. So congrats on making a bad situation worse. And by the way, there was a great piece on The Daily Show from the very funny, intrepid reporter Jordan Klepper, interviewing these truckers in Canada. And some of them seem sensible, and some of them, oh, mamma mia. Some of the folks who have agreed to cause this clog the major roadways and arteries in Ottawa, some of the folks just drunk on conspiracy theories and nonsense. And that's like, freedom and decision making, medical freedom. There is a cogent argument to be made about having autonomy and agency over your own body. There's something to be said. I don't think it's all foolish, what they're saying. But then when you start talking about the New World Order and all sorts of crazy, government, one world government controlling people, sterilizing people en masse. Yeah, that's when I'm like, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Anyway, let's see what's up with this article. Check out that piece by Jordan Klepper, though. You can search it and you can just watch that piece. It's really funny. He is great at going to into weird situations and interviewing folks. Freedom Convoy, quote unquote. In Ottawa, police arrest 15 protesters and tow away vehicles as standoff continues. Ottawa police have arrested 15 protesters and towed away 4 vehicles as law enforcement attempted to clear downtown Friday of Freedom Convoy demonstrators, some of whom allegedly used their children as shields between the crowd and the police. Yikes. Yeah, that's like, hey, are you on the right side or the wrong side? Using your children as shields might be on the wrong. If you're using, you know what? Here's a Your Pal Hal hot take. Get ready for it because it is. Ooh, it is hot. Ow! Ow! It's hot. I believe if you're using your child or any child as a human shield, you're way off base. That's a Your Pal Hal hot take. I'm not afraid to take out the flamethrower, baby. Yeah, that's my anti-using children as human shields take. I really went out on a limb with that one. Yeah, let's go back to that article, please, Travis. Police tweeted at 11:53 a.m. Eastern Time Friday. This is hot off the presses. They had arrested 15 protesters, towed 4 vehicles. Yet we saw that, clearing one of the streets that had been clogged up by protesters who have gripped the city for weeks, a day after 2 leaders of the protests were arrested. Police said some protesters put children between themselves and the police, though the Children's Safety Aid Society of Ottawa said in a statement that it was working with the police to help ensure the safety of the children and that it had not yet needed to take any children into its care. A CBC reporter on the scene said, "We've seen a sonic cannon brought in, and that could potentially be used to disperse holdouts." Got it. Oh, so is that like they're gonna send sonic waves and give people headaches with that? Is that like the like the Havana syndrome kind of thing. I don't know what exactly. Travis, if you could look up sonic cannons, I wouldn't mind a little intel on that. By 11 a.m. Oh yes, Travis.
Sonic cannons are an incredibly dangerous form of crowd control that can cause permanent and immediate hearing damage, leading up to complete deafness.
Wow.
Yeah, they have these. They're these gigantic. Hold on, this is actually kind of a passion concern of mine in like civil, not disputes, but you get what I'm trying to say. Let me find a picture of one.
And,
crowd control, yeah. Raid cannons are they're sometimes called too. Sonic cannon. Weapon. Right. Let's see.
Sonic cannon. So it has nothing to do with Sonic the fast food chain or Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's just get that out of the way.
No.
Gotcha.
And they look just so absolutely militaristic. It's ridiculous.
Oh, well, the militarization of the police has been happening for decades, and it's insane. So
here is a picture of one of them here.
Big old truck
LRAD sound cannon, considered less than lethal crowd control weapon. And like technically, yeah, but they can mess up your, not just your hearing, but your brain. Like they can cause brain hemorrhaging. They're absolutely irresponsible.
Dang. All right.
I'll pull some stats on them in the background if I find anything particularly interesting.
Sure thing. But thank you for that intel, Travis. Appreciate that, brother. By 11 a.m., police had gathered with riot gear to disband the protest, according to Ottawa, the Ottawa Citizen, as police warned protesters that they must leave unlawful protest sites immediately and remove vehicles and property from the area. Police said they were aware of a concerted effort to overwhelm the 911 and emergency lines, adding that they will charge those who deliberately interfere with emergencies. Yeah, don't, no fake reports, you dinguses. CBC reported some 100 checkpoints were set up in downtown Ottawa Thursday night before the police started making arrests, and the demonstration has grown unpopular. I'm starting to get Irish among Canadians. Also published a map of the zone they intended to clear. One of the organizers of the Freedom Convoy, Pat King, told supporters not to stop, hold the line. Pat King, shut up. All right, so there you go. Police are starting to crack down on this. Yeah, listen. I think it's just making a bad situation worse, and also it's making a situation not just worse for everyone involved, and it's not just causing like horrendous grief for everyone involved, but it's also potentially very dangerous. So yeah, please, go home. Please go home. There you go. That's your Ottawa update. Also trending. Oh, apologies to Rob Schaefer. Kanye is releasing Donda 2, but you're only going to be able to get it, apparently, on his platform, which it is, the name of the platform was, what the heck was it there, Travis? So his own platform, and it's going to cost like $200 to get this platform. Oh, it's STEM player, yeah. You have to buy a $200 STEM player. Like, Rob Schaefer, I agree with your comment. If you want to pop Rob Schaefer's comment on the screen, in as much as, like, I say boo to making people buy a $200 quote-unquote STEM player, whatever that is. Grass Puddle. Can you bring up Grass Puddle's comment as well, Travis? Yar, with a couple of skull and crossbones there. I like that. So you're going to have to get, like, Kanye just assured that I will never listen to Donda 2. Like, it was already touch and go whether or not I would. because I don't like his antics. Because he's coming across, I think, with his stuff against. Listen, Pete Davidson is, he's a doofus and everything, but Kanye's coming across as a stalker the way he's treating his ex-wife. It's like pretty gross and scary behavior. It's like, I'm gonna beat up your new boyfriend. Like, that is toxic. Like, that is toxic, frightening behavior. Not that Pete Davidson is a great guy. Like, dude, just he's out there just smoking weed and like hanging with all sorts of like famous women, and like he's some people think Pete Davis is punchable, but yeah, just Kanye's behavior is like pretty gross. So, but yeah, his new album Donda 2 only going to be available on the STEM player, which I don't know what that is, and I don't think I ever will. I'm not going to. I will not be joining the platform, even though I like all the Kanye hate aside. I think he's musically and in fashion wise a genius. He's got his finger on the pulse. His Nikes, they are legend. Adidas, he freaking revolutionized so much of streetwear and sneakers. So listen, I think Kanye is a cultural touchstone and a genius, but yeah, he's also, just gone rogue on so much. So, yeah, you're going to have to purchase this $200 player, so I will not be listening to Donda 2. Also trending, you know what? Rob Schaefer, Grass Puddle, everybody. Maybe this is a little bit of a cleanser, a little bit of a timeline cleanser. Yeah, Travis, what's up?
One thing, so this is a little unfortunate that this is all wrapped up in such, like, he chose to do this in such a, like, dumb way, because the STEM player, while, like, not a platform, is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know it was, his intention was to get artists paid, or a more equitable, something more appropriate for their work.
Yeah, and outside of that, the player itself has some interesting functions where you can essentially remix stuff on the fly. A stem in music is referred to a certain group of instruments within the mix. So, for example, you'll be able to literally remix songs as you're listening to them on this thing. Theoretically, like, I want the drums to be louder. I want to take the vocals out. I want to bring the instrumentals in a little bit hotter and things like that. Like, stuff that's, like, kind of cool, unnecessary maybe, but, like, it's like that Neil Young MP3 player, kind of, where it's like, this is bound to fail.
I didn't even know there was a Neil Young MP3 player. That's how popular that was.
Yep.
That does sound cool, but yeah, I'm not going to buy a $200 thing just to listen to your album.
Yeah.
But in other news, Sir Paul McCartney. Sir Paul McCartney's in the news. He's going on tour. On Disney Plus, there was a documentary called Get Back. It was about recording the Get Back album and doing the concert in 1969. And now Paul McCartney's going on tour with a concert called Got Back. Instead of Get Back, he got back. No, please do not confuse this with Baby Got Back. So Paul McCartney's Got Back and Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back, completely different entities. And from what I heard, Paul McCartney will not be performing in booty shorts or like some sort of like gentleman's thong or like his underpants or anything. It's completely divorced, totally different entities. Paul McCartney and his Got Back tour, and Sir Mix-a-Lot's ode to Butts, Baby Got Back. All right? I know many of you were probably concerned, confused, just not sure about whether, like, what the deal was with that. So, public service, you're welcome. And there you go. Paul McCartney is going on tour. I would love to see Paul McCartney live. Travis, have you ever seen Paul McCartney?
Have not. My mom has. I have not.
Oh, yeah. Lucky. So, yeah, I would love to see that.
May 13th, Los Angeles, California.
Where? Dodger Stadium?
I would have to imagine. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'll find that out real quick. Or you can go to Syracuse, New York.
Sure.
Or East Rutherford, New Jersey. June 16th.
I've seen concerts. I've seen concerts and games in East Rutherford, New Jersey. 100%. That's my old stomping grounds. But yeah, Paul McCartney, he is like I mean, as living legend as it gets. Like John Williams status, like Paul McCartney, living legends. And
SoFi
Kanye's
Stadium,
a living legend. Oh, SoFi, damn.
Right down the street. That's gonna be such a bad traffic day. Good Lord.
Oh yeah, I mean every day is a bad traffic day in LA, but that's gonna be like anytime there's a concert or anything, it's gonna be a terrible traffic. Any game, it's always gonna be bad traffic. Have you ever tried getting out of Dodger Stadium after a game?
Once.
Have you been? Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. It's
Some
just
say I never made it back.
Oh no, Travis. This live stream is being produced by a ghost. So yeah, Paul McCartney, I would love to see him live. And you know what? Maybe I'll surprise my wife. May 13th, Travis, was that the date?
Correct. May 13th, 2022,
All
Los
right,
Angeles,
very
California.
nice. Very nice. By the way, everybody, it is 11:59 a.m. on the West Coast in the home office of the Pal Hal Show. Los Angeles, California, city of champions, home of the LA Rams. It is 2:59 on the East Coast, coming right up on 3. We're going to be with you till 4 o'clock on the East Coast. It's 1:59 in Omaha, Nebraska, home of Rob Schaefer, attorney at law, where we will be taking you up till 3 p.m. It is 7:59 in London, England, where we will be going up until 9 p.m. And one thing we talk about constantly on the Your Pal Hal Show, it's the fact that it's the fact that everything has a day. Everything has a day. There's National Pen Day, National Mug Day, National Lighter Day, National Action Figure Day, National Trail Mix Day, National Hug Your Grandpa Day, National High Five Your Secretary Day. It's another day. Some of the days are pretty good. It's like, oh, okay, that deserves a day. Some of the days just seem so arbitrary, and it's like, what now? Really? Is there enough people to warrant, interest in this to warrant this being a day? Like an official national blank, blank, blank day. Oh, Dan Kurtz, by the way, National Pete Rose Day. No, Pete Rose. I'm wearing a Pete Rose Charlie Hustle t-shirt here. Thank you, Dan Kurtz. Welcome to the party, my friend. So today is no different. And you know what? I might just partake in this day a little bit later. Shh, don't tell anybody. Or tell everyone, I'm telling you on a live show. It is National Wine Drinking Day. Was that it, Travis? Can you bring it up? Can you bring up that hashtag? National Drink Wine Day. National Drink Wine Day. The perfect. Here's a nice little meme there. It's Friday. Okay, it's a real cat lover there. Like, this person wants to get drunk and pet cats. Get drunk and pet cats. Better hit the shops tonight. The perfect shopping experience doesn't exist. And then they saw aisle 12. Cat food, cat toys, wine, meals for one. Wow. I'll applaud that. Yes, the perfect aisle for the cat lady and cat lover in you. It's me, my cat, my lean cuisine, and my Charles Shaw. Me, my hungry man, and my Woodbridge, and my tabby. So very nice. Let's look at some of these posts regarding National Drink Wine Day. Yeah, listen, I'll throw it back. There's some celebs. It's wine o'clock somewhere. There's Taylor Swift drinking wine. There's I can't see who's in that first picture. Who's in that last one? Oh, it's Freddie. What's his name? From the Scooby-Doo movie. Married to Sarah Michelle Gellar. Freddie. What's his? Travis, help a brother out here. Freddie Prinze Jr. Dan Kurtz. Thank you. Yes, Freddie Prinze Jr. Let's keep scrolling. Yep. National Wine Drinking Day. Oh boy. Yep. There you go. Oh, in the distressed gene, keeping it. Listen, who needs a table? Yeah. Make sure, Travis. Make sure the everything is on the up and up. As far as the tweets we see. Thank you, Travis. Appreciate you. Hashtag National Drink Wine Day. Trained my sheepdog to retrieve bottles of wine. He's a Bordeaux collie. Oh, I see what you did there, and I like it. You know, this is a safe place for puns. This is a safe place. You can pun it up around here. And it's Friday. Cheers. You know what? I will say those coincide well. Like, they click. Friday and National Wine Day, click. Because, you know, if National Drink Wine Day was on a Sunday night, a Monday night, if it was on a school night, you're waking up with a hangover if you want to celebrate that day. But putting it on a Friday, oh yeah, Friday and Saturday, that's the weekend, baby. That's a time for to eat, drink, and be merry. Great. Let's can we do a couple more scrolls on National Wine Day? Travis, do you drink wine? Happy Drink Wine Day. There we go. Let's see some more of that. Everybody out there. Savage Fenty by Rihanna. Yeah. Listen. If you want to hang out in like awesome lingerie and drink wine, I celebrate you, Queen. Hell yeah. Oh, some boss-ass ladies and dudes, whatever, or whoever, or gender fluid, non-binary folks. Listen, if you're non-binary and you want to get wine drunk, I support you. Right? Isn't that is that a nice progressive statement, Travis?
I think by sheer breadth of address alone, yeah, it has to be. You kind of covered all bases there. I hate to bring down the party, but I don't drink wine. It is too burny. It makes my stomach upset.
All right. Another controversial take from Travis there. Dan Kurtz, beverage fluid. Hell yeah. Oh, me too. I'll drink it all. I'll have a whiskey. I'll have a whiskey drink. I'll have a vodka drink.
When I have to pee, I use the kitchen sink.
in the songs that remind me of the good times and the songs that remind me of the bad times. Dan Kurtz, nicely done. Deborah Rudnick, my mother said that sounds great. Hell yeah. This is the kind of holiday I can get behind, says Rob Schaefer. Rob Schaefer, we know he has a trained palate. Do you have, I would love to know, Rob, if you can tell us, do you have any preference when it comes to wines? I often go, I'm kind of just in the mood. I feel like red is going to give me a little bit more of a hangover and like it's going to bug me a little bit more. Danny boy, grass puddle chiming in. Thank you. White gives me a little less of a hangover, and I like white when it's a lighter cuisine. I like red. Like if I'm eating a steak or a pasta, I like a nice red. Rob, do you have any thoughts or preferences when it comes to wine? And listen, if it's daytime and someone offers me a glass of rosé on like a Saturday afternoon, I ain't gonna say no. All right? I'm a mere mortal. I'm flesh and blood. I will accept a rosé on a Saturday afternoon. All right? Happy National Drink Wine Day, everybody. And yeah, please drink responsibly. Ian in Waynesboro joined the stream. Ian, what up? Welcome to the party. Shout out to JJ. Shout out to Jason. Thank you for being here, folks. Appreciate you hanging out with me, your pal Hal, right here on Backchannel. Piso is liquor made from grapes. Does that count? I don't even know what piso is, but grass puddle, sure. Again, you know what? It's a safe space for snacks and beverages here. Snacks and beverages. Like, I would like to apologize to the Your Pal Hal audience right now. We've spent much of our show talking about how snack forward we are, how snack friendly we are, how we embrace the snacks of all shapes and sizes. I don't feel that we've donated enough time to beverages, because there are many. Alcoholic, sugary, healthy, from kombucha to yoo-hoo. Beverages. I salute you. Rob Schaefer says, I love all wine. If I am just having a glass of wine, it will normally be a lighter red. If I'm eating steak, I like Malbec. Very nice. Thank you, Rob Schaefer. Yeah, I'm similar in that. Listen, I like a nice drinkable wines of all shades. Dan Kurtz. Dan Kurtz is a big fan of Manischewitz Concord grape wine. Manischewitz, for all of your Jewish ceremonial purposes. Listen, I am no stranger to it. It's 12:09. Those are our trending topics, folks. Enjoy your National Wine Day. We'll see if I have a little glass of it later on. And right now, we're going to do our Twitter deep dive. By the way, Dan Kurtz clarifies it's actually the grape juice, non-alcoholic Manischewitz. Gotcha. Very nice, Dan Kurtz. A little sweet treat for you in the grape department. So, right now, we are going to check out the Twitter account belonging to a cultural sensation, a legend, just a game changer in his field, on his rink of expertise. He stands for not just his town, his team, but also freedom. He fights fascists. He has become a symbol for much that is good in this country. I'm talking about Gritty. Gritty, Philadelphia Flyers mascot, orange bearded wild man. Wild man? Wild monster. He's a crazy-eyed lunatic. Some people said, no, that can't be the actual mascot. It's just nightmare fuel. Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, city of broad shoulders, home of the Broad Street bullies, the Philadelphia Flyers, said, screw it. We're going with Gritty. And by the way, just before we get into it, Gritty goes hand in hand with one of the other great mascots in sports, the Philly Fanatic. The Philly Fanatic is just also a nonsense creature, horn nose, big, goofy, weird, and an unexplainable just creation. Gritty takes it a step further into the insanity. Grass Puddle shouting out Filthadelphia, Filthadelphia. You know what? Doesn't surprise me coming from a Pittsburghian. Doesn't surprise me. Grass Puddle gonna dish out that Philly hate coming from the Berg. Dan Kurtz says we're very proud of Gritty. Hell yeah. We're Philly. No one likes us. We don't care. I love it. I love it. Check out Bill Burr, by the way. If you search Bill Burr talking to Philly hecklers, it's classic stuff. If you go ahead and search that. All right. Let's get down to it. Gritty. Gritty, a boss mascot. Mascot of the NHL Flyers, Gritty. There he is. Looking real good. A robust 393,000 followers. Very good. Who did it better, me or real Spartacat? So here's a little broom hockey with Gritty. Very nice. Maybe that was for NHL All-Star Weekend. And then, so Gritty, a little behind the net action, and Shootsy scores. Phillies versus the Buffalo Sabres right there. Or Flyer. Oh, no, that was the Ducks. I don't know. So, yeah. Your mascot could never. All right, here's more of this broom ball game. Very good. Let's keep scrolling here. All right, our king, the All-Star MVP, Claude Giroux. Very nice. Talking about the NHL All-Star game. I guess that's why they call it Sin City. Okay, Gritty. Is this too hot for the live stream? Gritty shaking what his mama gave him. Oh my goodness. Gritty out there just working it for the oh baby. Gritty got moves. It's getting very hot in here. Gritty shaking it like nobody's business. Oh wow. Gritty just lost the shirt. He just lost. Oh, and his backfield is in motion. Oh, mon Dieu. Wow. No. Whoa. Okay. Now Gritty's in his diapers. Now Gritty's just in his silver big old thong diaper. Damn. All right. Travis, scroll. It's getting too hot. All right, there's Gritty with the Thunder from Down Under, the Chippendales. All right, we got the Magic Mike in full effect. Travis is scrolling right past that because we're getting a little NSFW, a little too hot for TV with that right there. Gritty, welcome you to Las Vegas. I would like to go out on the town with Gritty in Vegas. Just mix it up. Like, how kooky would that be? How kooky would that be? Kevin is in the house. Kevin, hi to you. Thank you for saying what up. Glad to have you here. Davey down in Texas. Welcome to the party, pal. Glad to have you right here on the Your Pal Hal show. Ooh, you think Gritty doesn't fly in style? Private plane. Straight balling. Baller moves only for Gritty. Nice. Boss moves. Very strong. Taking that private plane. Damn. Eating shrimp. 36,000 feet in the air. That's what Gritty's doing. I don't know about you. Gritty celebrating a Flyers victory, back-to-back victories headed into the break. I'm not the hockey fan I used to be, I'll be honest with you, but I enjoy it now and again. I like that Winter Classic, that's for sure, where they play outdoors. That's fun stuff. Life's persistent and urgent. What are you doing for others? You know what? Gritty asking some nice questions. In honor of MLK Day, which was in January, members of the Flyers and the NLL Wings, I think it's a minor league team, staff took part in a day of service to help paint and refurbish a youth and kids zones at Columbia Master YMCA in North Philly. That's just nice. Gritty. See, that's really a well-rounded mascot creature. Balling out boss style on a private plane. And then helping the community in like the next breath. Gritty. And not only that, fighting fascism. Good for Gritty. Let's keep going. Keep going. Oh, there's Gritty and one of his fellow mascots, a more traditional Philadelphia Eagle mascot. Their mascot's an eagle. Not as creative as Gritty. Who's Daddy Longlegs in Jeopardy? It me. This Philadelphia Flyers mascot who noted, not all heroes wear pants. Yeah, boy, that's my guy Gritty. Not all heroes wear pants. Capes? Nah, talking pants. Oh, there's some nightmare fuel. Could you click that GIF, please? Dearest Gritizens, we did it. We made it through another year. Together. Let's take a look back at all I've given us this year. Oh, wow. Gritty just hitting a dude with a cake in the face. Nude Gritty. Scooter Gritty. Oh, puppy Gritty. Oh, Gritty was just pepper spraying a child. Star Wars Gritty. Oh, the nude Gritty again. Was that Gritty? Oh, is that Gritty's belly button? Oh, Santa Gritty. Octopus. St. Patty's. Oh, this is marvelous. This is marvelous. Oh, wow. Oh, Island Boy Gritty? Damn. Look at that dexterity in that suit. Oh, yeah, beaning the Jersey Devils. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, wow. Damn. Oh. This is just, we are seeing a montage here. You're welcome. I think you got to end on that note. Oh, Dan Kurtz, thank you. I'll look for that on Twitter. Dan Kurtz said he sent me the best Gritty mascot exchange on Twitter. Very nice. Appreciate it, sir. That was the Twitter account belonging to Gritty. Yeah, they market him like crazy. Yeah, and you know what? Can't blame them. Can't blame them. So it is 12:20 in the home office, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we're going to be looking at some recs and reviews of new films. We're going to see what Rotten Tomatoes has to say about new releases this weekend. But Travis, are you there, pal? We wanted. I would love it if you could bring up that the word from our sponsor. We have a word from the New York, our new sponsor, the New York Board of Tourism.
Yeah, give me let me cue that up real quick. I have that.
Yeah, let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll bring up. It's sorry for yeah. They sent us some vertical video.
Yeah, and it's as you know, what's funny though. Apparently,
Yes.
that is becoming more and more acceptable in the advertising game. I have a friend who works in the ad business who is on the. He was going to die on the hill. The vertical video is more akin to the way regular people tell stories, and therefore more relatable.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I see that. I can hear him knocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just let me know. New York, it's near and dear to my heart. I grew up going into New York City often with my folks. I grew up in New Jersey, the little stepbrother. But yeah, I love me some New York. I like the town. And yeah, and plus, like you know, when you grow up in North Jersey, you get all the same TV stations as New York. So like I felt makes you feel like a New Yorker, even though you're a Jerseyite, a Jerseyan, a New Jerseyan.
Was
How's
that
it look?
real good? We're almost finished here, but this is actually
All
a
right.
legitimate question, and it should be hopefully
Yeah.
queued up by the time that's done. But was
What
that
is up?
because you know the most I've had is NorCal versus SoCal. I grew up in the Bay Area, and there wasn't by the time I was growing up, there wasn't so much animosity between like Southern California, Northern California. As a child in New Jersey, what was the power structure, the relationship socially between where you were in New York?
Well, I grew up in a little suburb called Allendale, New Jersey, in Bergen County. So, like, we were kind of in our own like little bubble, and yeah, and New York was like the big city of culture and like you know maybe like oh is it dangerous? So you got to be careful. Like I grew up going into like you know into the city with my dad in the early '80s, and he'd park somewhere, and like Times Square was not cleaned up at that point, so there's like you're surrounded by like porno theaters and like scary weird things. So it's a little bit different, but yeah, I think like New York looks down on people who live in New York, and everyone in New York looks down on Jersey, as many people look down on Jersey. But listen, I think Jersey gets a bad rap, home of Tony Soprano and Frank Sinatra, birthplace of Frank Sinatra, the boss, and yeah, don't hate, congratulate.
I wouldn't dare. Anyways, and with that, I do have that all queued up.
All right, this is a word from our brand new sponsor, the Board of New York Board of Tourism. New York, the apple that never. Oh,
Sorry,
that
this
was.
is.
Oh,
Sorry, we're having some
long-
slight issues. Everything's collapsing. The thing about that is they sent us a vertical video, which apparently our system here is deciding to stretch into a horrible widescreen. Give me like you know what? You can go take your ad break. I can rig this in a separate way real quick.
Shout out to Debbie Butterfield, who's with us. We big fans of Debbie Butterfield here for, among other reasons, Travis's mom. Debbie Butterfield, always great to have you. Thank you for joining us. It's a two-deb day. All right, Travis, do you want to just come in and tell people how they can communicate with us?
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. Thanks, Mom. You showed up right when everything. Good to see you, but everything just kind of fell apart when you got here. Sorry about that. But you can communicate with us by going to backchannel.tv or speaking to your smart device using the magic word "say." First, you say, "Hey, smart device, open Backchannel." Then you say "say," and then talk to us from there. Anyways, I think I've got this whole thing running. Producing is not the easiest gig in the world when you're working with new technology on the fly. I apologize for any inconvenience. However,
Welcome to New York, the apple that never sleeps.
that's just not even happening, is it? That's a bummer, isn't it?
You know, the big schmagoo with the bright light.
All All right, so we're going to have to figure out a new way to do that later. The tools in this suite are many, splendored, and occasionally impossible to navigate. But Graspel is saying they spent a ton of time in Bayonne, New Jersey. Nice enough place. I got to be honest, I've said this, I've never been east of Idaho, so I don't know what any of these things are. I'm aware that there's the rest of the country.
Bayonne.
But you couldn't.
Bayonne.
Bayonne. I'm sorry.
Bayonne. Hey, what's your freaking problem? Bayonne.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait, was that Rob Milazzo?
I think we had our friend producer Rob pop in there for a second. Now he's
Rob,
gone.
what's up?
Everything is going off the rails. We try to get one sponsor in here from the New York Tourism Board, and all of a sudden, everything falls to pieces.
What's Rob Milazzo doing here?
We're unsponsorable.
I know that guy's no stranger to the East Coast. All right, so you know what? We will circle back with our New York Board of Tourism. One of these. You know what? I'm going to talk to them and ask them to frame it properly, and then upload it and send it to us again. So there you go with that. And without further ado, let's jump into Recs and Reviews movies. They keep releasing. Will you go see them? That's up to you. But they keep coming out. They now and forever. And this weekend is no different. So we will go to the Rotten Tomatoes website and see what folks are saying about the new releases. First up, you got some big stars. You like big stars? How about Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg? I'm talking Uncharted. We are in uncharted waters with Uncharted. Actually, these are well-charted waters. It's a video game franchise that turning into a movie. Yeah, that's those are charted waters, actually. Well-charted. So, Uncharted, Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, that's a big old green splat right there. That's 38%. No bueno. But listen, it's a video game movie. That's kind of their thing, video game movies. Being not good. So yeah, let's read a synopsis of this film and then hear what some of the critical response is. All right. Travis, thank you. Street smart thief Nathan Drake, Tom Holland, Mr. Zendaya, is recruited by seasoned treasure hunter Victor Sully Sullivan. Oh, wait, so is this a true story where the pilot who landed the plane in the Hudson has become a treasure hunter? Travis?
From what I understand,
that's Sully Sullenberger.
Yeah, that was Sully Sullenberger. Yeah, who did that? This is a fictional character.
There's only one Sully in my book. Mm-hmm. Victor Sully Sullivan, Mark Wahlberg, to recover a fortune lost by Ferdinand Magellan. Magellan sailed the ocean blue 500 years ago. What starts as a heist job for the duo becomes a globe-trotting white-knuckle race. Yeah, they're two white guys. Of course their knuckles are going to be white. To reach the prize before the ruthless Moncada, Antonio Banderas, who believes he and his family are the rightful heirs. If Nate and Sully can decipher the clues and solve one of the world's oldest mysteries, they stand to find $5 billion. That's billion with a B, y'all, in treasure. And perhaps even Nate's long-lost brother. What? But only if they can learn to work together. Guys, you got to settle your differences. $5 billion and Nate's long-lost brother are on the line here. Wahlberg, Holland, come together. All right, let's see what the critics are saying about this this poorly reviewed film. Travis, fire it up. All right, what do we got? Uncharted. This comes from Johnny Olensky, New York Post. New York. Uncharted, you say? That's a funny title for an action-adventure movie that doesn't stray 1 inch from the well-tread path of what came before it. Yeah, there you go. Uncharted, more like super well-charted. Soups well-charted. But maybe Uncharted just as far, maybe it could have been better charted as far as the script is concerned. Mark Feeney in the Boston Globe says Uncharted is like a well-tooled sports car with an underpowered engine. The car does keep going, but not at high speed. Vroom, sputter. Peter Travers, I'm a fan of Peter Travers from his time with the Rolling Stone. From ABC News, he says, better lower your expectations about this Tom Holland, about this video game turned movie. But Tom Holland teaming up with Mark Wahlberg proves his Spider-Man success is no fluke, which makes this Indiana Jones knockoff more watchable than it has any right to be. Sure. Caroline Seed? Uncharted isn't great cinema. It's not even great action-adventure cinema. But if there are better ways to spend 2 hours, well, there are worse ones too. I guess that's like as positive as it gets. Can you scroll up and see if there's any red tomatoes? Are there any positive? Oh, there we go. Matt McGonigal, Austin Chronicle. See what I did there? Uncharted is finally here, and the result is an affable piece of studio filmmaking that easily clears our collective lowered bar. All right. So if you go in, listen, that works sometimes, by the way. If you go in with insanely low expectations, like if you're like, yeah, this movie is going to be hot garbage on a cracker, and I know I'm going to hate it. I've done that, and I've ended up like moderately liking certain films. Maybe like, Batman v Superman. Like I'm like, oh, this is going to be a trash fire because like I was reading reviews, and then I was like, oh, you know what? It was all right. Like it wasn't good, but it wasn't the worst thing I ever saw, and there was some stuff to take away from. So if you go in with a soups lowered bar. All right, so that's, I think we saw, just, you get the gist. You get the gist. What's up, Travis?
Something I feel like I need to point out about this franchise, I'm not even a huge gamer, but I have friends that played and really enjoyed the Uncharted series of games that came out for the Sony PlayStation. From the start, this movie felt like it was going to be a disappointment to anybody who cared about the story, which there were, this was a narrative-based game that people really enjoyed, based on the fact that the main character, Nathan Drake, in the video game, is like a man in his mid-30s. Like, he's like an adult guy with like adult guy problems. And,
yeah, that looks like Nathan Fillion meets John Bernthal.
Yeah, and which is precisely why the rumors for years were that the role of Nathan Drake will be played by Nathan Fillion in the movies. Just kind of seems like one of those, like, look, it's Nathan Fillion. Isn't that neat? But once again, Nathan Fillion doesn't get what the fans clamor for, and they gave it to Tom Holland, which, great actor, but like is a boy. Which,
a man-child.
Which fundamentally changes the character dynamics from the outset. So this goes the way of the first couple Tomb Raider movies of, whatever.
Yeah. Shout out to Seven joining us. Want to say what's up to Bailey in the house. Alex, thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all hanging out with your pal Hal. What's up, Shika, thank you for being here. Yeah, we are going up till 1 o'clock on the West Coast. Coming up after us, make sure you stick around for the delightful Mario Smith and The Drive with Mario Smith, Chicago's finest. All right, there are more movies hitting theaters. You know what? Channing Tatum is on a road trip with a canine. What? It's Dog. Let's see what folks are saying about Dog. First, let's read the synopsis of Dog with Channing Tatum and an actual pup. Listen, bring your dog to see Dog. What would they do if you showed up to the theater with your dog and you wanted to see Dog? I'll tell you, probably not let you in. Probably not let you in. Although they should have that. They have it at some baseball stadiums, actually. Bring your dog to the ballpark day. I want to do that with my dogs. That would be like super awesome. Just to be at the ballpark and just watch a game and pet my dog. Although he'd get riled up. I don't think he'd sit still. I like eating them snacks. Listen, I'm a snack dude. I'm a snack dude. And that's double, triple snack dude when I go to the ballpark. And I don't know if my dog would behave while I got all my popcorn, my hot dogs, and the pretzels. I'd be biting all after it. So maybe I'm going to leave him at home. Grass Puddle saying the Padres ballpark. It's Petco. So you got to bring dogs to Petco Stadium. Padres has the best name for it. Bark in the Park. Woof, woof, baby. All right, let's see this movie, Dog. First off, that title. A little on the nose, you think? Dog is a buddy comedy that follows the misadventures of two former Army Rangers paired against their will on a road trip of a lifetime. Army Ranger Briggs, Channing Tatum, and Lulu, a Belgian Malinois dog. It looks like a German Shepherd. I've seen the trailer or the commercial. That's not a Belgian Malinois. It's a German Shepherd. Can you scroll up, Travis, so we could see a picture of this dog? In Dog. Yeah, that's a German Shepherd, yo. Or maybe it's not, but come on. Come on. All right, let me finish reading this synopsis. Thank you. They buckle into a 1984 Ford Bronco, just like OJ, and that's my editorializing. It doesn't say just like OJ here. And race down the Pacific coast in hopes of, just like OJ and Al Cowling, race down the Pacific coast in hopes of making it to a fellow soldier's funeral on time. Along the way, they'll drive each other completely crazy, break a small handful of laws, narrowly evade death, and learn to let down their guards in order to have a fighting chance of finding happiness. You know what? They might just learn a little bit about themselves along the way. Dog. Bring the whole family. So it's kind of a feel-good movie, and it looks like it's it's getting positive reviews, like 80% on the tomato meter. Let's take a look at what some of the critics are saying about woof woof, Dog in the house, Dog in the house, Dog in the house. Who let the dogs out? Nell Minow, RogerEbert.com. Dog is uneven in tone and quality, but shows promise in the way co-directors Channing Tatum and Reed Carolyn approach the story with care and heart. That's cool, Channing Tatum getting behind the camera as well. Jason Bailey, a uneven, messy narrative, but it does prove unsurprisingly effective showcase for Channing Tatum's meathead charisma and natural grace. There you go. Meathead charisma and natural grace. I mean, that's that's a real juxtaposition of things. Hey, I'm a meathead, but I have natural grace. Dog turns out to be a deeply thoughtful, surprisingly resonant look at trauma and what stems from it. I mean, yeah, we are dealing with, fallen soldiers and That's a real thing. These dogs who serve in combat scenarios and police dogs and stuff. That's I mean there is a meatier subject matter there. Movies like Instagram accounts always score big when pets are the focus, but dog has heart too, says Rafer Guzman from Newsday. Stephanie Zacharek from Time Magazine. Tatum's persuasiveness is devilishly effective, even if movies whose charm you may try valiantly to resist, and he will make you believe in dog. Oh, this next news source really speaks to me. It's the Jewish Chronicle. I got extra Jewy for that one. Linda Marek, a combination of Tatum's rugged appeal and a touching story about overcoming adversity give this engaging drama comedy just the right amount of likability. Original score, 4 out of 5. I took off 1 point because there was no matzo balls. Just kidding. I am a discredit to my fellow Jewish people with those jokes. So, Dog in theaters this weekend with Channing Tatum. And just a couple more things. Ooh, do you like it spooky? Do you like horror? I got two horror films for you. Cursed is the first one. Cursed is a new horror movie coming in at 74% on the tomato meter. Let's read the synopsis of Cursed. You know what? Here's a prediction. There might be some sort of like a hex or something. Maybe even a curse. In the late 1800s, a once peaceful remote country village is under attack. But by who or what? No one knows. These villagers, they spread rumors of a cursed land, supernatural forces, and even demonic creatures as the disappearances and killings continue. Pathologist John McBride arrives to investigate the danger, only to discover something much deeper and more sinister than he could ever have imagined. Guess what? They're cursed. So Cursed has hit theaters. Let's see who's in it. Are there any familiar names? Any familiar folks in Cursed? Or are they cursed with a cast of unknowns? All right. So Cursed stars. This. A couple of faces I recognize, but Boyd Holbrook. He was in Logan. Kelly Riley, she's familiar. Alistair Petrie, Roxanne Duran. Yeah, so not exactly household names, but a few recognizable faces. And here is what some of the critics are saying. Matt Zoller cites from RogerEbert.com, it's all so rich and so richly executed by Ellis, a total filmmaker, that one wishes it added up to more than a series of smart variations on a certain type of film. One of your notable horror websites, Bloody Disgusting. Predictable and straightforward, still, it's a well-crafted period piece with standout horror moments, thanks to fresh mythology and a chilling scarecrow that'll haunt your dreams. Some positive reviews. Here's a negative one. Caught in a no man's land between art horror, which I'd say is like, the movie Witch from Robert Eggers, which we were talking about the other day, and a CGI gore fest. So caught in between those two things, art horror and CGI gore fest. The Cursed isn't satisfying in either regard, hastily establishing its historical bona fides before getting to the shock scares and digitally enhanced werewolves. All right, so we got a werewolf situation here in Cursed. All right, so that is in theaters if you want a little scare in the theaters. And then also coming to Netflix this weekend is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's right, it's back. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So this is a sequel, but so there have been a lot of several Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. This movie is a sequel to the very first one. So sort of like Halloween, had a lot of Rob Zombie made some Halloween films, but the latest ones with Jamie Lee Curtis are screw that. We're just picking up where the other ones left off. This is sort of doing the same thing, and it's getting real bad reviews. 38% on the tomato meter, 49% from the fans. It's streaming starting today, and here's what some of the critics are saying about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which has the same title as the old one. That's confusing. The new Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a deeply miscalculated mix of incoherent social commentary and over-the-top gore. Okay. That's from Slant Magazine. Crooked Marquee with Jason Bailey says, a baffling miscalculation. If you're trying to erase the sequels and replicate the original, then make something recognizably reminiscent of it. Don't just shoplift the character into a lazy, substandard 2020 slasher movie and call it a day. Yeah, interesting. Brian Tellerico from RogerEbert.com, a startling misfire. Leatherface deserves better. I like that. Leatherface deserves better. Yeah, it's weird. I talked about this on my podcast. By the way, Binge Boys, we talk about everything in streaming. We talk about reviews, news. It's me and the smartest guy in streaming, Lon Harris. He's fantastic to listen to. And we're produced by your friend of mine, producer Travis. Check out Binge Boys wherever you get your podcasts. We talked a little bit about this, and my pal Lon was saying that the IP Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that movie series, it's are there people who are huge fans of the original nowadays? Because it's kind of a cult classic, but it's not Halloween, which people watch every Halloween, or the Friday the 13th series. It's a little lesser. It's a little bit of a smaller movie, and it's just people know the name, but do they know the characters and the story to get people interested enough? Who's this movie for? If you're not going to do justice to the original, so it just kind of became it's another film. It's in this middle ground. So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I guess it follows this one woman who was in the original movie, just it took the same formula as Halloween, bringing Jamie Lee Curtis back for Halloween Kills and the Halloween the one before that. Was that just, what was that one called? It's Halloween. And it uses that same formula. By the way, Agent Dane, hoot, 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 Owl Nation. Thank you for being in the house. Heck yeah, Own Nation, and then asterisk Owl Nation. I knew what you meant. I'm feeling it. Where my Gahooligans at? If you know, then you know. If you don't know, now you know. Hashtag Owl Nation. Yeah, so they got rid of the Texas Chainsaw sequel canon and made their own Kelvin timeline. Yeah, I guess so. And, as they said, Leatherface deserves better. Leatherface deserves better. So that is there for you to watch on Netflix. You know what? If you're celebrating National Drink Wine Day and you want to throw a few back and then do something scary, maybe this is for you. Or maybe there's better stuff to watch. Folks, we're winding down here towards the end of your Pal Hal show. We did have one story we wanted to mention real quick in the animal report. Travis, shall we bring up the animal report? You know, is it possible to fat shame an animal? An animal doesn't have feelings, like emotions in that way. An animal can't look in the mirror and be like, do I need to drop a few pounds? Or like, do I need to lose weight for bikini season? Animals don't care about that. Should we? Does it matter? Is it okay to fat shame an animal? I don't know. But there is a story that we're going to take a peek at right now in the animal report. Travis, on that Chiron. California town divided over whether to kill chonky bear. So, ooh, that's a big boy. That's a big fur boy. That's a big old furry boy. That's a chonky bear. Like, I wasn't exactly sure, like, what was, like, gonna be, like, but that's a chunky chunkster. That's a chunkaroony. All right, let's take a quick peek at this article. Oh, it's got a fat chance of survival. California wildlife authorities are facing backlash from Lake Tahoe residents over the campaign to catch and euthanize a 500-pound black bear named Yogi, who's wreaking havoc in the area. This one individual bear has been linked to property damage at 38 different properties at least. Peter Tira, representing California Department of Fish and Wildlife, told KCRA3 in Sacramento, the problem animal which resides in the wealthy Tahoe Keys neighborhood. I mean, can't we just move the bear? Can't we just put him in a wildlife park, this chunky chunkster? Can't we give him like a bunch of like picnic baskets and put him in like a reserve or a park and come to a non-violent end to this bear? That would be my take. I'm rooting for Chunky Bear, Yogi. I'm Team Chunkster. I'm Team Chunky Chunkovin. Per the wildlife authorities, the obese Bruin. Yeah, there was a guy who played for UCLA. That was also his nickname, Obese Bruin. Has reportedly been the source of more than 150 calls between law enforcement. Yeah, there you go. You know what? Fingers crossed for the chunky chunkster. Fingers crossed. Folks, we've come to the end of the Your Pal Hal show. It's time for our last segment, Rejected Segments. Today's rejected segment is Hal sifts through a nut medley looking for almonds. Hal sifts through a nut medley looking for almonds. No, this is a dried cranberry. It's it's cashew. Found an almond. I love the almonds. I don't like everything else in here. Let's see. No. What? No. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no, it's a cashew. It's another cashew. No, a lot of dried fruit. See,
we pushed the bear. We crunched the bear story for this.
Well, we also crunched the bear story because it's 12:55, and you're right. Grass puddle. I feel your pain. I'll be back on Monday, everybody. We will be here on President's Day, 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. Thank you all for hanging out right here with your pal Hal. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being part of the fun. Even Chandler, who's talking smack in the chat room. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And thank you to everybody at Backchannel. Thank you to producer Travis. Thank you, Debbie Butterfield, for that last comment. More animal sanctuaries. Take care of the wildlife. And stay tuned for The Drive with Mario Smith. I'll talk to you all